What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 36 of If I Had a Hammer. And today, we're going to be playing in a London derby, but this time it is against Arsenal. But before we get to that, of course, we must go over how we've been faring in the league thus far, taking a look at the table at the end, and as well, showing how we've been faring in the Capital One Cup since we played our third round match against Cardiff. Now, let's take a look at those matches. Following the 4-2 victory against Sunderland that kept our job, we then took on Liverpool, who were sitting in second place at the time, and came up with a hard-fought draw, a 1-1 draw at home. Andre Silva getting Liverpool out ahead first right before halftime, but Vincent van der Striche getting us level in the 74th minute. We both had even amount of shots, just about even amount on target as well. Possession a little favoring us, but relatively the same, can't really complain. At the same time, everybody played rather decent against the side like Liverpool that are looking to challenge for the title this year. I think that this is a very fair result. A little bit of squad rotation, but the 11 I put out there did not miss a beat as we took down Cardiff City in the third round of the Capital One Cup by the score of 2-0. Tommy Hoban and Kyan Vandenbroek, I'm really going to have a tough time saying that name. I want to say it's Kyan. Both getting goals in the first half, really sealing the deal early against Cardiff, and then we just did not allow them a shot in the second half. They only had 2 shots with only 1 on target. We had 18 and 11, almost 60% possession. That sort of dominance, absolutely astounding. Now we need to look forward to who we're going to face in the fourth round. It's a lot of the Premier League teams left, so hopefully we can come up with something a little easy. Our second 1-1 in the league, this time against Everton away from home, and it did not start out well for us whatsoever as Seidu Berahino getting the Toffees up to a 1-0 lead not even a minute into the match. We were playing on the back foot ever since. However, Łukasz Teodorczyk in the 35th minute knotting it up with a great strike from the penalty box, actually right at the penalty spot. It was 1 of 6 shots on target. We only had 8 shots in total, not a lot. To be quite honest with you, that just shows that the midfield and the defense of Everton were working very well on the day. Everton only having 4 shots themselves, however, all of them being on target. Surprised no more goals went through with all these shots being on target. We also had 56% possession. I figure that with the possession that we had, maybe we could have eked out another goal, but I'll take it for what it is. It's a result. At least it's not a loss. And this was the match I really wanted to come to because we took on Tottenham Hotspur in the very next match, one of the London teams that we have had a rough time facing off against over my last 5 seasons here at West Ham. And we came away 2-0 victors, finally pulling away a victory against the Spurs. Vincent van der Striche and Dimitri Payet getting the goals in the first half. All Tottenham could muster were a bunch of yellow cards, and they only had 3 shots on target. They weren't very clinical in their finishing, as we had almost 60% possession as well. We took the majority of shots. We put it into Spurs, and on this day, we finally crack into the win column versus our North London rivals, our very fierce rivals at that. But now we need to turn our attention to Arsenal. After that win and 2 draws, that sees us move up into 4th place. 15 points through 8 matches, though we do have a match in hand on a couple of the teams around us, like Manchester City and United, sitting a spot above and below us respectively. Liverpool have moved back into 1st place after that draw against us. They must have won both of their next matches. And then Arsenal sit below them, so it's going to be a tough time. I feel it. It's going to be a rough time for us going up against the Gunners. And just take a look at some of the interesting teams like Tottenham. When we faced off against them, they were sitting around mid-table and then dropped all the way down to 13th. It was really surprising that in the first quarter of the season that they are this low. I wonder if they sacked their manager. It doesn't say that they moved. It doesn't say they moved any of their managers, so I wonder if Pochettino or whoever it is still managing them. Who knows? And then you see Swansea, Sunderland, and Crystal Palace as the bottom 3. Probably not going to be the bottom 3 come the end of the season, but it is interesting to see them down there along with Everton. But like I said, we do have an all-important match versus Arsenal. I know it's still early, but it's a rivalry match, and we need to come up big. So let's take a look at the team sheet. So against the Gunners, we're going to be using the modified 4-2-3-1, and this is the lineup as follows. Jack Butland's going to be in net, Chambers, Lindelof, Lucas, and Aaron Cresswell getting a start today over Luke Shaw. Just want to give a little bit of a rotation. As I mentioned before, when I picked up Luke Shaw, want to give a little bit of a rotation. In the defensive mid, John Suter, not often used, but he is starting to develop into a better defensive mid than Mark Noble, faster than him too, so I want to use him more and more while I slowly phase out Mark Noble. He is still captain. so I want to try and get him in every now and then, but Mark Noble probably going to see out his contract and not re-sign him once that is up. Vincent Van den Driesch are playing in the center mid role this time since Yuri Tielemans has picked up a thigh strain, is going to be out for a couple of weeks, and I also wanted to play him down there because I wanted to use both Driussi and Payet in the same roster. Van den Broek's going to get a lot of playtime as is, so he's playing in that cam role. And then striker up top today is going to be Łukasz Teodorczyk. Poyampalo not feeling the best fitness, plus both of them have only had 2 goals in their 7 matches of playtime, so not really one person with a hot hand, or a hot foot in this case. Still want to try and go with the new guy of Teodorczyk. So with that lineup, cross fingers, hopefully we can get a result versus Arsenal. I'll take a draw, I just don't want to get a loss against them this early. So let's kick off and see what happens. And Arsenal putting forth some great passing. Mesut Ozil getting it through to Julian Brandt, and Julian Brandt on the near side getting his 2nd goal of the season, putting Arsenal up 1-0. Jack Butland could have done a lot better, but at the same time, Chambers, who was marking him, what's he doing? At the same time, it really is some deft passing from De Bruyne to Ozil. One touches it to Brandt. I think Chambers did get a foot on him, but Brandt just beat him there and one timed it on the near post, and that's what puts the Gunners up. We have some great passing movement of our own, however, we were not able to just get the ball over the top. Here they come again, Julian Brandt. It's a good block away from Callum Chambers. It forces an Arsenal corner. It's been all Arsenal these first 11 minutes. We really need to do better with the closing down. It also doesn't help that Van den Broek apparently picked up a twisted knee, so I had to sub him out for Julian Dessart, also switching around, roles and whatnot. Corner coming in, Driussi finds Lucas, who just misses the far post. Unlucky. Arsenal are just running us ragged, and Hector Bellerin's going to put in a cross. He's going to find Julian Brandt. I'm surprised Julian Brandt didn't get a 2nd goal. Alright, so we're trying to play more counter-attacking now, but Arsenal's still coming forward with it, and there it is. It was a long time coming. I just did not know when it was going to happen. Julian Brandt makes it 2-0 to Arsenal, and they are firmly in the driver's seat. It's all one-way traffic right now. And with Hector Bellerin coming up the wing, I do have him marked. I do have him, try to be sent on his wrong foot. Doesn't matter, he still sends in a perfectly timed cross, and Brandt's there to make it 2. My players can't close down everybody on the pitch. I mean, Arsenal has such a great bevy of talent on their squad. We really can't mark everybody. We really need 12, maybe 13 players on the pitch if we want to beat Arsenal right now. They're in firm control. I'm going to just tell them I'm not happy with what I'm seeing, and then try and rectify the situation, try and close down as many people as I can, but at the same time, that may just spread us out even more. So I'm in a bind. I'm going to have to try and go for it. Just start closing people down and make sure they don't factor into the match for the rest of the match. Opening this half up, Teodorczyk gets a ball. Rulli with a decent save. Arsenal with another attack. Great passing through Diego Costa. And how does Ozil miss that? Off of a bad throw, and Arsenal now coming on the break. Diego Costa gets into Ozil, and there it is. Ozil makes it 3. It's been a bad day. It's been a bad day for everyone. And that's really just the nail in the coffin right now. I don't think we're going to get 3 goals within the next 20 minutes with how we're playing. Up and down the pitch, we've been really poor with our passing, with our vision, with our shots. Just can't do anything right. Free kick, Payet. Oh, smacks it into the wall. That was a good chance. Ball through to Vlasic. Vlasic could take it. Wow, he took the short angle shot and then follows up going far post. We didn't deserve to lose 4-0. I can honestly say, we didn't play that well, but we didn't deserve to lose 4-0. And Butland's on the ground. Oh, that's why. Okay. I got you, game. So we ride high by beating Spurs for the first time in 5 years. But then we hit a massive low in the very next match, losing to Arsenal 4-0. There it is, full time at the Emirates. And my God, everybody played terrible. Just laying it into them. Far from pleased. That's obviously... Oh, really? I thought that was going to knock us out of the top 4, but then I realized, oh yeah, City and United already had 9 matches played. We didn't. This was our chance. Well, I was going to say this was our chance to move up into 3rd, but looking at goal difference, we weren't going to move up to 3rd even if we did win. So, the upside is we're still in 4th for time being, so, can't complain too much about it. But let's take a look at the schedule and see when we're going to be coming back. Oh yeah, Vandenbroek's injury. Let's take a look at that first. Not as bad as I would have expected. When I saw twisted knee pop up, I honestly thought 3 to 4 weeks. Says he's only out for 2, so much better than what I first feared. But still, all the same, he's going to be out for 2 weeks of development, so that's probably going to stall him for about a month, maybe a month and a half's worth during this season. But let's take a look at the schedule now. And over the next month's worth of matches, honestly, not a bad one in the bunch. If you count out the Capital One Cup, because we drew against Liverpool in the Capital One Cup at Anfield. So, yay. Probably going to get knocked out of that. But Crystal Palace at home, Bournemouth away, Southampton at home, and then we'll probably come back against Watford at Vicarage Road. So like I said, not a bad run of forms. I feel like we can get a result in all 3 of them, maybe even win all 3 of them. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see in the next episode. So when we come back versus Watford, until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit that like button. Lets me know that you are interested in the series. And if you're new, please hit the subscription button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more FM content on the channel. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.